How do you learn who you really are? It's not found in books, it's found on the battlefield. What's up, warriors? All right, today we're gonna do another day with my baby and I.
Yeah.
We're doing the weekend, and like we were just having such an intimate moment, just loving on each other. And I think the goal for today is like I think we've really seen that people don't have any fucking clue what a good relationship looks like.
Yeah.
They don't even
It
know, and they have no idea what does it look like to have it. Like, what's good love even look like? Everybody's trying to do.
you could yeah. I had no idea that there was this much potential, like,
Yeah.
truly. Mhm.
So we spent some time, just prayed over my girl,
Yeah. I
prayed over her, and then now we're just talking about
Ugh.
like loving just to love and being good just to be good. And I think people think it's like rah rah bullshit, but I think there's a system to it.
Oh,
There's a
cereal.
thing to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
get over here. So we want to share that with you guys. I'm gonna hang out with her. We're gonna hang out and show you guys what we hang out like. Like we just hanging out.
Yeah.
But I don't think you guys have gotten a chance to see like what's it look like when a healthy couple hangs out, and that's
Yeah. And, well, yeah, I think that's a good way to lead in. Like, we didn't come on here with a topic. We were literally just hanging out. We're like, "All right, I just got home from work, and, he's had a busy day," and we just got in a conversation like, people need to hear this. Like, we needed to hear stuff like this when we were going through tough times too. And, I think it'll give people an insight to what do our conversations look like, that we have. I was just saying to him, like, man, after he prayed over me, I was like, I just love this guy. So, like, I love you so much, like, so much. And I was trying to tell him that, or I was telling him that it reminds me of when you're a mom and you've had your first baby and you have to go to back to work for the first time, but you're so excited. Like, you don't want to go to work, but you're so excited to get back home because there's something to look forward to. And that's how I feel every day with you, And I also said, like, for people that don't have kids, like when you get a new puppy and you're just so excited, right? So excited to, like, a new puppy. And I feel like that every single day with you. I do.
I feel like too. We have a 3 day threshold. Like
Yeah.
whenever we have to travel and have to go do stuff, it's a 3 day threshold. I'm like, damn, are you coming back? You're coming back. You're coming back. We've been
Yeah.
together for 8 years now.
Yeah.
8 years. This isn't this isn't our first 2 weeks together. This isn't we're not just a new relationship. This is
No.
this is my person. But
Yeah.
we fought for 6 of it.
Yeah. We fought for the majority of it. We really fought in not a great way. Yeah.
We had to let all the shit go though.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
I think I'm so proud of us for making the decision to want to continue to work on it. And I know we've shared this before, but it didn't take long, like, to turn it around. It's just that moment, like, are both parties willing to do it? And I'm so glad we were willing to do it. Otherwise, I honestly don't think that I would ever found, I know I wouldn't have, because you were my person. Like, the love that we have for each other is, I've never experienced in my life. I really haven't. It's such a beautiful thing.
I want everyone to have that.
Everyone deserves this kind of love. Everyone deserves it. Like, to be excited to come home to your person. Like, that's your fucking person. Like, that's your person. Even if you're married to somebody, like, you marry them for a reason. Like, that's your person.
That's your person.
Like, there shouldn't have to be like I'm sitting, I've been through this, you sit in your car and you're like, I have to prep myself to go inside, right? Like, no one should be living that way. Like, not when you're in love. Like, not when you're in love. Like, it just, oh, God. Some of the shit that I used to do. And to know that this is the potential, like, anyone can do. If we can do it, anybody can do it,
Anybody can do this.
Anybody can do it, it does take willingness and really surrendering and opening up your heart. And the spirit side was so huge for both of us. It really was.
Got to balance out. That's why I train my guys so hard. The guys have to go first, because as soon as I had my shit mildly together, it gave you the chance to get your shit together.
Absolutely.
And it's just funny the way, like, we've gotten to both showcase like who we are to our girls too, which has been very good too, because like we have to lead by example. And children just so you guys, there's a lot of people we run into who try to stay together in a divorce or an unhealthy dynamic for the kids to not have a split home.
Yeah.
But I don't think you understand that you're teaching your kids what marriage is. And if you guys don't love each other, you're going to show them to get into a marriage and then not have love.
It just creates such a cycle, you know, an unhealthy cycle.
Hmm. So you guys have to figure it out. I don't really get it now because the surrender element to love, they don't get it.
Mm-mm.
The controlling of love,
Mm-mm.
that's not love.
Mm-mm.
People don't know what love is. They
No,
think it's do it my way. They think you're not doing what I told you
no.
to do. They don't
And
get it.
it's funny. Well, they don't get it, but then I also want to challenge and say you do get it, because if you think back to like your first couple dates, everything's cool, right? There's a reason that people are attracted to each other. You're not judging them. You're highly accepting of them. Them smacking their food at dinner may be a little irritating at the first date, but like you let it fly, right? You don't say anything about it. You just let it
Mhm.
go, let it be, you know? And people are so accepting. And then as time moves on, like people stop being accepting. They start wanting to control everything they do. They start
Ownership.
hurting each other. Yeah, it creates ownership. And that's not what love is. Like it's the complete opposite. And yeah.
Yeah, it's invitation, not force, right?
Mm-hmm.
I invite you in. I don't make you do it.
Yeah. Yeah. But the man has to lead it, and it's such a tough job to lead in. And I give you kudos to be able to lead in the way that you do for our family and for us, because if you wouldn't have figured it out, we would not be together.
Mhm.
We couldn't. I didn't know what I was doing, and I knew what I didn't want. It was easier to say that than things I did want. Like, but you had to go first, and I'm so grateful, because if you didn't go, we wouldn't have the relationship we have,
Yes.
because you had to be strong, and I had to believe that what you're saying and what you're doing, all of that lined up, and that your intention was good for me and the girls. And I had to trust in that. That truly was what it was. And I remember the day, like I can fully trust in you. You have our best interest in mind, and you really want to make this work. And it was a game changer for me. Yeah. It's like for the first time, my shoulders in a relationship are like, oh my God, I can breathe again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it took a lot for us to get here. It really did. I think the message that she's saying is there's hope.
There's so much hope.
You guys started off good. You guys started off good. And there's something good in you guys. You guys all have something good inside of you, but you gotta switch sides a little bit.
Yeah.
So many human doings, not enough
Well,
being
that's just it. There's both can be very much
doings.
human doings. I mean, me especially, that's been my way to not deal with what I need to deal with. So I just keep doing and doing and doing, working, working, working without dealing with anything. And it's so easy to get into that cycle, but also now more than ever, there's so many distractions out there too. So it's like you're distracted by so many things that take you away from the thing that you once said it was the most important thing to you, which is your marriage. And when your social media or other distractions that you have start taking priority over your marriage, you're going the wrong direction. And the good news is you can do something about it. Like, it doesn't have to feel like doom and gloom, like there's no saving it. There absolutely is. Like, there's so much hope. Like,
You both just have to want it.
yeah, yeah, and fall back in love with each other. Like, I think, I don't know if I agree with people falling out of love with each other. I think people just stop trying. I think I think they lose effort.
I think that they fell in love with a potential that people weren't trying to do. And then once somebody wasn't actually measuring up to the sales pitch of the potential that they both were saying it was going to be,
Yeah.
then it starts becoming something else. But I believe when people actually start doing the action to fulfill potential again, then you can find each other again.
Yeah.
You can like start over again. Because then you're like, I don't do what I was doing. I learned how to be better. And then you can fall in love with the new version of each other again.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But they have to abandon their old shit. They have to get rid of their old them.
And that's
You
hard.
have to
Yeah,
level up. You
sometimes.
have to
Yeah.
be honest and introspective and raise your values, not your value, and like become a good person. Like really put the effort in. But um, We both have a different role, though. I think today's society tries to push women to do the men's role and men do the women's role, and it's we don't have any. I don't. I've we've got thousands of guys, and I don't see any of that ever working.
Mm-mm.
It never works when you flip the role. It doesn't work.
No, it didn't. It didn't work. It wasn't working for me. I played the masculine role and tried to do it all. And I said to him, I'm like, I'm right before we jumped on. I'm like, I'm so grateful that you're as strong as you are, because I didn't want to. Oh God damn it! I like brought this Kleenex in there, but as strong as I was and acting in like such a masculine role, like I didn't fucking sign up for that shit. Like I didn't want to do that. Damn it.
You're doing good, babe.
But you get into this cycle of like, again, repressing things down and doing because you don't feel like you can rely on anybody else except for yourself to figure it out. And women aren't made to do it like that. Like, I don't think anybody's made to do it like that. Even if you're a man, like to do your whole life and not be able to be like, I'm so grateful that you're as strong as you are. I don't want to have to do it all. I can't do it all. Like, I can't. I can't. I'm not as strong as I played I was. Like, I'm just not. I'm not. And that's okay. Like, I'm glad I'm not, because that other way that was not healthy at all.
I don't think you're supposed to be strong like that, baby. I don't think you are. I think you're very strong in a very different way, but I don't think you're supposed to be that. Like, I'm built harder than you.
For sure.
Like, so if the family's going to be taking heavy hits, put me in the front. Like, I'll take those hits. I'll block off. I'll block for all of you guys. Happy to do it. In fact, I'll take those hits and just push them off. And that's a hit that you're like, that would have fucking floored me. I'm like, nah, that one's not bad for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why I'm in the front. I'm in the front because I take the hits I don't want you guys to take.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like, that's not because like you serve me like a slave. It's like, no, I serve you as a protector.
Mm-hmm.
No, the stuff that comes in, I'm like, it's got to go through me, and it's hard to go through me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And I know I'm not built to take that. It would destroy me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just another day at the office.
I'm like, oh, thank God I have him. Like, it truly. Yeah. It's a solid team. I don't want that job. And I appreciate you every day for taking on that job. I do. I really do. Because I tried to do it and it didn't work. And I wasn't good at it at all. But I know just from even doing it, as hard as I was doing it and couldn't do it, the amount of stress that it took a toll on me. Heavy, heavy toll, heavy cost. Heavy cost. Like, as a woman, it was hard for me to like connect with the kids, connect with myself, connect with others. It was like I was just doing all the time. Not made to do it like that. It's not the way. It's not the way. No.
Yeah, you were carrying weight in every category because you had easy 100 pounds on you.
Yep.
You lost over 100 pounds easy.
And I go back to that moment and I just remember like it's interesting when you're in that position. And I remember just sitting in a hotel room. I was traveling for work, and it was like a fog had been lifted off of me, and I was like, woke up to myself, and I was like, what happened? Like, that's a perfect example of like doing so much. I became so unhealthy. I didn't even realize I was doing it. It's fucking wild. Mm-hmm. Like, it's wild to me now, seeing the person I am looking back, and I'm like,
that's gaslighting introspection. You couldn't do it. You couldn't see
I completely ignored it. But also, I was trying to do it by myself. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have anyone to help me. I didn't know what to do. And I remember like waking up to myself, like, what is happening to you? Like, you're pushing down something that you're not acknowledging, and it's right in front of your face. And I literally had to wake up to myself and start making changes. And then shortly after, I met you.
I'm gonna shake your whole thing up.
Sure fucking did. I was like, law of attraction, God, like, man, God knew I needed you. No doubt. I think he woke me up to myself first, got me out of some situations, and was like, this is the next battle for you right here. He was like, but it'll be worth it. Like, you have a lot to learn. about yourself. You have a lot to like the amount of growth that I've had in the last 8 years, but definitely the last 2. Shit. I'm a completely different person.
Not even close. I
No.
feel like our
And
relationship really started the last 2
I
years.
feel like that too.
The first date was just us doing this is what we don't do
Yeah.
relationship. You fucked that up.
Yeah. So dumb. Yeah.
That was us. We just were
We
going the
didn't
wrong way. We
know.
didn't
Like
know.
no one's teaching these things. And I think that's the important part too. Like, you know, the purpose is to really help each other in life. Like to truly be able to give back to people. Like be there to help somebody when you may know or may not know that someone's struggling, but at least let them know, like, here, listen, I'm here for you if you need anything, or I believe in you. And so many people, and this has been our conversation lately, so many people don't have that.
Mm-mm.
And that's very sad.
Sad. It's all over the place too. They could have it if they just get out of their way a little bit. Stop controlling.
Yeah.
Just stop. Accept each other.
Yeah.
Listen. State your intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's in it for them? Have you considered? Here's a thought while you're in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people are using words wrong. I always do. You know me, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
stickler on
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
And I think that the concept of you saying like I'm not leading has turned into like the misuse of the word submission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think people are using that wrong because it's such a power over word. I don't think it's supposed to be a power over word because while I'm the head of the house, I don't treat you poorly for that.
No, not at all. And I don't see the word submission. It's not a force. It's not control.
Invitation
It's
of like,
it
hey baby,
is
get behind me. I
it's
got you.
it's the invitation of honestly safety. Like if anything, it makes me feel so much safer. But we're also like, I think serving, like, oh, what, you have to serve your husband or whatever. There's things around that too. Like, no, we serve each other.
Yeah.
We very much look out for each other. We both serve each other. Now, there's things that I will submit that you will do that I will submit to that, like tough decisions that have to be made. Please take it on. Like please go for it. Like there's tough conversations and tough things that I don't want to have to deal with. And you take those on for us. And I have full trust in you to take it on. But that also doesn't mean that we don't have conversations about things too. And
Talk about everything.
we disagree sometimes, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, I know as a woman and being emotional as a woman, there's times, majority of the time, you're typically more logically sound, especially if I'm in a heightened state of emotions. And I trust in you to make the decisions you need to make. And if it's wrong, then it's wrong. And as a team, we work on it together. And if it's right, fantastic, like great job. But it goes back to the team element. You have to be able to trust your partner, you trust your teammate to make the right plays, to make the right moves, and cheer them on if they miss.
Or have the right intention and support them if they miss.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes you watch the guys go, "Hey, I'll take that for you, babe," and then like he gets fucking bulldozed, and the girls are like, "Get up, you bitch! I thought you had it." You're like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
What kind of support are you?"
Yeah.
There's so many people being pushed to be takers. They don't understand that love is about giving.
Yeah. It's the most rewarding thing ever. Like it is. I would be the giver role any day of the week. Like I just don't have it in me to be the taker. Like, and
There's like
for
an emotional maturity thing.
it's got to be an emotional. Yeah, I think it is. It's an emotional maturity thing, because nothing feels better than to be able to give to somebody, and with no expectation to get things back. Because I know some people will give to like expect. Well, then you got to do
Like,
it for me. No, no,
give
no.
to get.
You
Those are
give.
covert
Yeah,
contracts. I just
you
made up. You
give.
owe me.
You give to give. And man, it feels so good to be able to make someone's day. We were also just talking about that earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I did just, I think 2 days ago, I was just at Walgreens and there was an older lady in front of me and she was struggling to get her card out. So I was like, it's $14. I was like, here you go. I'll just pay for it.
Yeah. These elderly people, I don't know what it is. Maybe the older I get, these elderly people have been getting me lately. Like, there's a lady at Walmart, and we were talking about this, and I did the same thing for her. And I was out with the girls. We were doing this whole experiment thing, which we don't have to go into. But
No, no, I think it's good to go into. It's beautiful.
well, then I'll share it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have teenage daughters, and I was on vacation. They were on spring break, and they wanted to go shopping. I'm like, okay, we can go shopping, but I want to also do something with you guys. And they're like, what? And I'm like, let's write out some cards for people. And then when we're out shopping, whoever smiles at us will get one of these cards. And they're like, oh my God, Mom. You could tell they were like, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, you guys have to write out your own cards in your own handwriting, the whole thing. And so the card said, hopefully I can remember, it said, thank you for smiling at me today. It mattered. And we each had 5 cards. And throughout the day in different stores we were going to, wherever we went, if someone smiled at them, you could give them a card. And that was probably the most awkward part for my youngest, or for both of them, honestly. They were like, and I just give them the card when they smile. I'm like, yes. And they're like, do we stay there and wait for them to open? I'm like, nope, you don't need to. You just hand it to them and then you just leave. And they didn't think, and I didn't know how this was going to go. I was like, I work in the retail world. So are there going to be a lot of people smiling or maybe not so many people smiling? And we concluded at the end, there were more people smiling that day than what we expected. And again, I think we ended up giving out, 12 cards altogether. And we were all like, yeah, we didn't expect that many people to be smiling, but we really had to pay attention though too. And I think the awareness of like how people are when they're at work or when they're, just out and about was very eye-opening. So we did that whole thing, and then we ended up going to Walmart, and our cashier at Walmart was probably the happiest cashier I've ever seen at Walmart, not kidding you. And a little elderly lady came back with her cart, and I looked at her and she looked at me and she smiled and I smiled, and like everybody smiled, and the girls were like, Mom. I was like, yeah, we're going to get this lady. So we gave one to the cashier, and I took cash out, and she only had a couple things. So I gave her $20, and I said, here, I want you to have this today. And I said, here's a card for you. And I couldn't even freaking get it out with my eyes start tearing up to this lady. She was like, God bless you. And I was like, God bless you. Like, it was just a moment, and I started tearing up, and then I had to scurry out of there because I'm like, I can't be breaking down, Robert. But it's like those little moments that like, they matter, and they matter for our girls to be able to see that heart being open, because hearts are so closed off right now. But how many people did we give a card to that were like, just a little smirk, like just made their day? It was one of the most fantastic days that we've had all together. Yeah. And anyway, going back to the elderly people, it's like, they'll get you. And the young people too. And here's the funny thing, is that everybody was so excited to receive a card, and they had no idea what it was. Like that was consistently across the board. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Every time someone was so thankful. And Haley's like, do you think they thought we were giving them money? I'm like, maybe, probably, who knows? But it wasn't that. It's because they did a beautiful gesture. Like, they just smiled. And so it was a good learning for all of us that day, and it's something we're going to continue to do. Yeah.
I love that story, babe.
Yeah.
It's a good one. That was fun.
It was good. And it's a reminder of like how much of a difference you can make by doing very simple things.
Yes.
Holding the door open for somebody, like smiling at somebody, letting someone go in front of you. Like, there's so many kind gestures that people aren't doing as much, like I don't see it as often, and I know it's happening because, again, I just said, like, there was more people smiling than not. And I was telling the girls, like, it also gives me hope too. Like, this is good. So
I think people are trying to synthesize connection these days
I
so
agree.
hard. They're trying to use all these social medias and stuff.
I
Like,
agree. And it's interesting when you look at social media, and there's so many aspects, and I'm just thinking about this now. When you look at social media and you look to see what's going on online and you get out into the real world and start doing stuff and experiencing things and doing stuff like this, you'll start to realize, there's two different worlds happening here. And it's very eye opening, and working in the beauty industry, this has happened for a long time, but as soon as social media, these young girls would come in and say, I want to look like her with the ton of makeup on. And every time I would take their phone and I said, we can do a version of this, but I want you to look around. Take a look around. I'm going to look around with you. Who do you see that looks like this? And every time they were like, nobody. And I said, and that's the point. You be you. You be you. Like, and it's a constant juggle between real world and social media. It's such a skewed version of what is actually happening that I think people are falling for the social media aspect, or they are falling for it and seeing everything wrapped up in social, thinking that's real life. It's not what's happening. Even the divide with people, like there's some divide that's happening, but you run a full group of men, you have thousands of people,
we don't,
and
we
no
don't,
one is divided.
we don't
Like
fight on any of this stuff.
no one's fighting about stuff. So it just makes you open your eyes to be like, okay, let's challenge the narrative. And that's truly what it is. Let's challenge the narrative of really what's going on. And how do we give heart back to a world that definitely needs it?
Well, I think it's funny to say challenge the narrative because who's telling the story?
Right.
Who's telling your story?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, why isn't it you?
Right. Exactly. And we talked about that last time. We spend more time watching someone else's life than doing anything about your own. Like if you spent the time you spend on social media and worked on your relationship or worked on yourself, game changer, game changer. And if anyone's listening to this now, stop for a second, look at your screen time. I know you don't want to, face it. I'm telling you, look at it and have a moment with yourself to be like, okay, damn it. There's a couple hours every single day that I spend on social media, ignoring my family, ignoring myself. I don't even have goals and dreams anymore. I just go to work, come home, and get on social media. Like, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to do?
What does it do for you? What is it doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I find it to be a taker.
It takes only. It takes only. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I think that people have to starve for like,
And
go be a
it's
good
hard
person. They're right
because
there.
it's funny how social media is called social media, but
But they're not
everyone that
social.
spends time on it so much ends up very lonely.
Antisocial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild. I think that's what's so great about what you do with your guys is because you've built a community where guys can come together where they don't feel alone. And we're living in such a lonely world right now of all ages, Look how many people we've been around recently. And again, elderly people, they're so lonely. They're so lonely. And even young kids are lonely.
It shows you how important love is.
It does.
Like
And
it's without it,
and
everyone's starving.
and just acceptance. Like
Yeah.
I think it's just accepting people for where they're at. Like so many people are like nervous about, I don't want to hang around with these people because everyone's like this fear of judgment because the world just judges everybody.
It's because they're not
But like,
thinking and they're
right.
not connecting. Yeah.
Yeah. So they just go around judging. Yeah, it's nonsense. But like being able to have people that you can hang around with. And I think we're doing a good job about letting people know, and we've been inviting more people over, like just come and hang out with us. Like you're wanted here. Like you were wanted here. We want you to be around. We don't mind if you're freaking quirky. We'll probably tease you about it. That's because we love you. Like, in hopes that you'll tease us too about silly things that we do. Like that's what it's supposed to be, It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very. I got guys of all ages, all religions, all faiths, all
Yeah.
all culture stuff. We've had, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're all just trying to get better for our families. All of us. We're all
Yeah.
just trying to be good men, and you can take good direction from any of them.
Yeah.
Gotta give you props, baby. You're badass.
Oh, thanks.
Like, this is pretty. I'm just loving listening to you right now. You do. I love it. I
That's so
love.
sweet.
Like I love watching you kind of work it through and sharing your heart and putting it out there. And we
Yeah.
had to really slow down before this. Like we were both going so fast that we sat here for a while and just had to reset and go. I had to connect with you so we can be like, ah, there's my center. There's my
Yeah.
core.
It exactly brings us back together. Yeah. When things get busy, and I think one thing that I've realized too is when you're like, I need a good, like, strong, like, heart connection day.
Mm-hmm.
It's important for me as a doer, and it's also important for you. And you're better at this than I am, but I'm catching myself, where when I hear you say, like, I need another connection day, that I figure that shit out quick and make sure that you have what you need. Like, that we find time to spend with each other and that it becomes a priority. I mean, it's the day before
Easter.
Easter, you know, and I worked all day and came home and he needed time. Like, I could be in the kitchen right now running around. Like, nope, priority. We have to be good no matter what else is happening. Like, we have to be good. And so I'm trying to pay more attention to that. We are like, we need a heart day. And I'm like, but I got so much stuff to do. Well, I'm sitting here right now and there's nothing more important that I'd rather be doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, take a fucking seat, sit down for a second and take a deep breath and just be. You got shit to do.
It's all just stuff.
It is. It is. It all is just stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We make our stuff mean more than our people.
Yeah, when
Silly.
you make matter more than your people matter,
yeah,
it'll just make your people get madder.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it's so true.
Because it's not right. It's unfair. It's unjust. It's unmet needs.
Mm-hmm.
And not listening to each other, not being there for each other, not connecting with each other. People are starving for love. Fuck, starving.
They really are.
Starving, and they've never seen it done before.
They haven't.
Like, we really don't fight.
We don't.
Like,
we don't.
We disagree, but I mean, like, we're never screaming. We're never getting angry like that.
No.
We're not losing our cool. I don't have to be like, I'm done talking to you. Like,
none of
there's
that.
none of that. None of it.
No. None of it.
We don't do that. Why would I ever? A real question for everybody. Why would you ever, for any reason ever, want to hurt somebody you love?
Yeah.
That shows who you are.
That's such a great question.
Like,
and if your initial response, and we did this in the heart side training, we talked about this. If your initial response is, well,
it's you.
It's you. It's you. Because loving somebody and saying you're loving somebody is not that.
Love doesn't require justification.
Yeah. Yep.
But if you're doing a behavior or something that does, that's you.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And sitting with that is tough. But also so much hope of like, you don't have to.
You don't have to.
Good news is you don't have to. You can
make
a decision today to change it today.
You used to be nice. Do that again.
Yeah. It always breaks my heart when I hear you say, like, your guys, and I've heard your guys say this, we just want somebody to be nice. I'm like, what? Just be nice. Be nice to the person that you said your vows to, that you said you would love forever. Be nice. Just be nice to that person. Like, that's just the bare minimum. That part's sad to me.
If you have to make an excuse, a deflection, a justification, like, okay, well, as soon as they start doing something, then I'll be nice to them. As soon as you have one of those, like, you don't know how to love.
Well, you don't. But more importantly,
why would somebody want to be with that? You wouldn't.
Right.
People will want to be with
it shows,
that.
I think, how much people are not loving themselves and haven't, like, they don't love themselves. You can't have both. You can't treat someone awful and say you love yourself. That's not where it comes from. If you're good and you love yourself and you're like, I'm good, like, I've worked through my stuff and I'm growing, you naturally will not be like that to people. You'll have compassion. You'll be able to have forgiveness. You'll be able to see different sides of things. You'll be kind and nurturing. Like, as a woman, that's what you'll go through. And if you're doing anything other than that, like, you have to work on yourself and your own stuff. you have to go through that process, because if you dated someone now acting the way you did,
You wouldn't get a second date.
no, nor would you probably want someone treating you the way that you're treating yourself.
You wouldn't give you a second date.
Yeah. But it's interesting too, it's autopilot behavior is so interesting because some people in relationships are acting like this for so long that they forgot how things used to be. And so, I mean, I get it. I was in a fog for a long time, but not treating anybody like shit. I was just treating myself like shit.
Mhm.
um, that you don't remember what it's like because your new way of treating people has become an autopilot of just not being kind. And sometimes you need someone to like snap you out of it, to be like, hold on a second. You didn't always used to be this way. What happened? What happened with you? Not with your person, right? What happened to you? And figuring that out, because no one deserves to be, not your person, the person that you married, the person you're in a relationship with. Like, no one deserves to be treated that way.
If you want them back on their feet again to be able to do all the stuff
Yeah.
that you want them to do, tell me the logic in kneecapping the guy that you want
Yeah.
to stand up for you.
Yeah. Exactly. And if this person has done things that are severe, like let's say they've cheated on you, then maybe you shouldn't be in that relationship. Like, get out of a relationship too. If you cannot figure out a way to grow through it, work out the issue together, then you may not want to be in that relationship anymore, because no one deserves to be treated that way.
It's a tricky thing for some of these things. I'm not going to go as far as like even with the cheating thing, even just just radical mistakes or radical choices people make. This may be a little controversial because people want to control and punish when things don't go their way, but I really do believe that we're supposed to make mistakes through life to learn not to do them.
Yeah.
And so if somebody did step out or they didn't want to be with the relationship anymore, I think finding out the intention is actually very important to go like, is there possibility here?
Yeah.
Because you guys used to sleep with people before you slept with people before you were with each other. So it's like, not like that's a new thing. But as far as going like, what was the reason? If like, because I wanted to be with that person, that's who I want to be with. You're like, then this relationship's done. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing to solve. But if they're like, I was drunk and we haven't been intimate in 2 months and or longer. Some of these guys is much longer.
Yeah.
There's no connection with us. There's no intimacy with us. You're not nice. You take everything I have and then complain to me. And then you would wonder, why is it that I would like, oh, hey, maybe somebody being nice to me would be nice. And then you're like, now I can punish you for somebody being nice to you when I wasn't.
Yeah. I
And
see
I'm
what you're
like,
saying.
what kind of relationship is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And then you're like, now I have the upper hand on you because you stepped out in the relationship. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're an abuser
yeah.
and
It,
you broke every other vow you have.
right. And that's a good point, because it's not just the vows that you want to pick and choose which one counts. They all count. And so we also have to look at that too. And I know infidelity is such a tricky topic, and I went through it myself, and it's tough. But yeah, sometimes it's a wake up call for the relationship to be like, all right, what are we going to do here? Like,
I have a thought about this
mm-hmm.
because I remember the guys were talking about this too. I always had a conflict with the idea of emotional cheating. Like I always had a conflict with it. There's always some judgment to it or something off. Where I'm like, what is it? Like I didn't understand the idea. I understood what people were trying to sell the idea as, but it always seemed like you're just not allowed to talk to people or you're not allowed to have a relationship that's I tell you how far you're allowed to be friends with somebody or how much
Mm-hmm.
you're allowed to share with somebody. There's a really weird control element to the concept of emotional cheating.
Mm-hmm.
But I would also probably like if I think about this, go the other direction. If either partner is like doing the emotional cheating, why?
Mm-hmm.
You go like, wait, is there something that we're missing that like you're needing? Because I would bet it's very rare it's a physical thing. And I bet you there's something that this is supposed to be telling the relationship that we're supposed to be working on something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would just put that out there before it turns into like again, when somebody has the upper hand, they go right to punishment.
Yeah.
I go, hold on a second. Why is that person talking to that person?
Yeah.
And because they're bad. No, that's a judgment.
Yeah.
No, something's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
And the emotional cheating is probably one where I'm like, this is probably the wake up call for a relationship to go like, hey, did you see what they're doing? You should be doing the thing. Like they listen,
Yeah.
or they're
I
kind,
I
or
think
they're
the tough thing
appreciative.
about that though is people, I think you run into a communication issue because I
Mm-hmm.
think it can go two ways. You have a person that's emotionally cheating that doesn't know themselves well enough
Mm-hmm.
that that's just what they do. And there's a lot of that happens.
Sure.
There's also the
Well, they might
other
as well
side,
just cheat. Then they might as well just leave then because
the
they don't know what they're needing
right.
and what they're
Then the
doing.
other side is I'm been trying to tell my spouse on either side, this is what I need. I need it. Like I know what I need and I know what I want, but this person's not giving it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so people don't want to mess up their dynamics. So then they go outside and they start getting it from somewhere else. And it is a wake up call for the relationship. It just is. Like at that point, like, can you guys come together? And it's unfortunate because sometimes it takes those moments for people to like snap into it and be like, oh shit, like this rocked our relationship. How are we going to fix it? What are we going to do? Are we going to stay together or are we not?
I
It's
don't.
such a,
I don't think people know what love is.
they don't, but they also don't know how to, they
They can't do
don't.
it because they
And,
would be able to forgive or understand or ask
and
questions,
I
and they
think,
don't get it.
I think we are in a situation where the world has a heart problem, but it's turned into lust is taking over a huge part of our world. People are lusting after everything.
It's putting
Like
society is becoming a
it
taking
it is.
mentality, a taking
It
society,
is a self-serving mentality.
self
And
worship.
so people are lusting after everything. Oh, I want that house. I want this. I want that guy. I want this woman. I want to whatever, a home that looks like this. And it's funny how when you go through all this stuff and you start breaking it down, oh, so you just want things? Like you just want things? Like
What
I
else
bet
could
that
matter more than matter?
yeah, it's like the heart has been taken out of it and there's a lust issue that is I think destroying people in relationships.
Yeah, there's so many factors because people aren't doing love. They're just
They're
not.
that's what I'm saying though.
Like
Like
you
they
might be
don't know
right.
how.
They're just doing what a like. I'm in a relationship.
And
I would be hard pressed. Anybody who made it this far in. I mean, we're 43 minutes in. Anybody who listened this far, if you wrote down, really, why are you in a relationship, or why do you want to be in a relationship,
mhm,
and then see if there's really a real answer, or like not really a real answer there. Why do you want to be in a relationship?
yeah,
Why do you want to be in this relationship?
me for so many reasons.
Let's show
For
people what it looks like to answer
yeah,
this question.
um, companionship, having a leader from the home, having someone that can give their heart fully to me, and I can also do the same. A safe place, a secure place, a place that's led by that God leads our home, and you show me what that looks like. It makes me a better woman to have the love that you give me, and makes me want to love you even harder. It's the love that you give to me is makes me a better mom, makes me better to people, makes me want to continue giving. Never am I like, what can I get out of this? How can I take from what somebody else has? Like I have none of that in my heart. I don't. I don't have any of it.
That's a good answer, babe.
Was it?
I think it was.
It's from the
In the
heart.
show, if you got a good, healthy relationship, I'm not looking to what about me. It just feels like I'm safe. I'm home.
No,
I'm
it
good. And how do I help the kids?
this
How do
is
I serve others?
yeah. It's truly what it's about. Like it really is what it's about.
Good answer, babe. I just shotgunned you that one. Let's
Yeah,
see
I
what
was
you
like,
got.
no. It's the honest answer. Yeah. I could probably go on, but that's just top of my head.
I mean,
We have time. Yeah, it's good.
I love you. I love the shit out of you. I'm very proud of
I
you. I'm
love you
just letting
too.
you. I'm kind of letting you ride today. Like
Yeah, I'm talking
normally
a lot more than
I'm the
normal.
talker, so I'm just
Yeah,
letting you kind of
that's
go with it today.
that is true. I know. I see that.
I love it. Like, well, I mean, people get to see me every day, and I think
Yeah.
it's good for people to actually go to like, what's the other half look like? Like, especially with the amount of energy that I bring for my men. Especially, I go very hard on my men,
Yeah,
but it's because I believe in these guys
you
and I
do.
love them, and so like I'm there for these guys, and it breaks my heart how much damage just gets done to people that you're like, fuck, like that happened to you, man.
Yeah.
God, God bless. Like some of these, some and ladies, I just think there's such an opportunity for the ladies to start. Just, it really is like you said at the beginning of that whole thing. When I did a survey with my men, and I asked the guys, "What's a woman's role?" Nobody knew. I dropped this in the women's group too. I said, "What's a
Mhm.
woman's role?" Nobody knew. How can you do a good job if nobody knows what the job
No,
is?
people are like, "I can tell you what I do right now." Like,
How are you supposed to
but
do a good
but
job if you're like, I don't even know what the job
yeah.
entails?
And who's asking that question for anybody to even know that that's what they have to think about? Like, it's wild.
Well, what's funny is when I ask the guys, "What's your role?"
Yeah, they know.
They've got 15 things, and everything on their
Yep.
list is to serve
Serve.
others.
Yeah.
And if I ask women, "What's your role?" They're like, "I shouldn't have to. I take care of everything." I'm like, "He's got 15 really gnarly things on his list. What's your role?
Mhm.
Why does he have to do all that for you?"
Yeah.
And I watch people answer like, "Well, why shouldn't he?" Like answer questions with questions as though it's so smart.
Deflection because they haven't thought about it themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not a real answer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a silly, silly thing.
I really think it's a good idea for people like, what am I in a relationship for? Not this relationship, just why are you in one?
Yeah. Yeah. Also, before you get a new one, are you good?
You're not good.
Are you okay? Yeah.
I want to go back to this emotional cheating just for a second because I think you had a good answer, but I really want to kind of look at this for a second. I really think there's a thing to go before we start controlling everybody because they're bad or they did something wrong. I really think there should be an awareness of like, what's happening here? Because I think the physical cheating thing, people are like, actually, it's such a weird thing. These are weird judgments. I'm getting like a judgment vibe on every one of these rules. Like if somebody, I don't know, messed around with somebody or did something inappropriate, but then like, oh, I don't even remember what the fuck I did.
Mhm.
Like I was drunk or what, I didn't even know. Like fuck, what the fuck? Like yeah, but you did it. You should be crucified. Like
No,
I see people get crucified.
and it shouldn't be like that. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, but and then you look at that's just foolish. That's just a foolish thing. That's like I don't know, eating something that you shouldn't have ate or something. Like that was dumb. Like I didn't even know. I just did some stupid things. You're like, okay, but I think people want to just have power over,
Well,
and then that's a stupid thing. And I'll go with guys and girls. Like, did you even know you did that? Like, fuck, no, I didn't even know I did that.
I,
Fine, okay.
I would also challenge that too.
Before it goes into full blown like sleeping with somebody, I didn't go right to
Oh,
cheating.
that
I just meant like, oh yeah, you groped that person or
n-
like whatever.
yeah, I listen, I was a little wild in my early 20s. You always like it's hard for me to say that you don't know what you're doing when you're drunk.
I,
There's moments, but I would
not
challenge that.
again, please.
Yeah.
I'm not defending
Okay.
behavior. I'm
I was like a
point
minute. Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pointing out just what's going on. This isn't
Yeah.
a defense. This isn't trying to explain it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, got
So
it.
I'm
Fair.
not advocating.
Okay, got it.
I'm simply observing behavior.
Fair. Okay.
So I'm not like, here's what everybody should do. Like that's no, I'm just like, what do we got here?
You started about that quick.
So
Okay,
people
go ahead.
just do things
Yeah.
sometimes. That's one thing, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to create a judgment to control somebody off of some foolish thing, people do that.
Yeah.
Also, they use their kids as a weapon to hurt people for that. That's fucked up
I'm sad. Yeah.
for the kids too.
Very sad.
But then I get into like this emotional cheating thing. I really think there's a thing that like, why? Like, what are they getting? The emotional part. There's an emotional thing that person needs. And before you go, you stepped out. Go like, for what?
Yeah.
Like, what were they doing
What,
that I wasn't doing that I could have been doing so you wouldn't have had to do that?
yes, and what does it comes back to what does that person need is what you're just saying. What does that person need that they aren't getting? And I would challenge too, it's not always from another person, it's from within themselves.
It could be.
Yes.
And this is again being able to articulate,
Yeah.
what do I need?
Yeah.
What do I need?
Yeah.
Be able to articulate it. But then if you're with somebody who's like, I'm not doing that, and
Mhm.
then get mad that you go and get that thing you need from someone else. What kind of evil fucking move is that for like marriage?
Mhm.
Like, no, I need to be with you. I need connection with you. I need to feel heard. I need to feel encouraged. I need to feel loved.
Yeah.
They're like, well, do something around here. Maybe I will. And you're like,
Mhm.
whoa. And then somebody else is like, you're a good dad and you're a good guy.
Yeah.
And like, you really do deserve love. Like, you're a good one. Like, you talked to somebody who encouraged you, you bastard.
Mhm.
You're like, well, you weren't doing it. What is going on there to go like you could have been encouraging, you could have been kind, you could have built him up, you could have appreciated him for being a good dad, but you weren't doing that and
But
they got mad that somebody else noticed.
yeah, I think it's
I'm making a scenario here,
yeah.
but I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah, no,
about
I
the
know.
emotional cheating thing because like that's a conversation where somebody is getting something from somebody
Mhm.
that they're not getting from somebody else.
Right.
But it's not a physical thing.
Mhm.
There's some missing element.
Yeah.
And before it goes right into they have some sort of insecurity to need to get attention, it's like, well, what is it? Before I make up, they just want attention. It's like, or you stopped paying attention.
Mhm.
Something was happening.
Mhm.
And odds are you talked to both sides. Like, yeah, I didn't want to do that, but I wasn't getting any of the stuff that was important for my heart.
Yeah.
And I think that's opportunity for people to go like,
I
what were
think
you
it's
getting? It's like they listened to me.
yeah.
I just wanted them to listen. I just want to feel heard. You're like, well, I listen. I'm like, you're not doing it now.
But yeah, but even those situations, people don't know how to communicate to each other, right? Without being defensive, right? So we've seen situations where someone come to them and say, I really need you. I need this from you. And the person's like, oh yeah, well, if you do this, then I'll give you this. Like it's a transactional communication and
Yeah,
relationship, and that will never work.
no.
It's being able to listen, to be empathetic, to be like, okay, we're a team. Let's work on this together. I understand what your needs are. These are the things that I can do to make sure that your needs are met. How does that sound? There's agreements there. And then you work on it like as a team, as a mature couple. Like you don't try to shame them into,
Well, now because you did a thing, I have power over you.
no,
That's what people do.
I know.
As soon as they're like
That's
you,
more common than not.
and that's crazy.
It is.
It's
It is.
crazy because how can you have love if the whole thing is predicated on power over?
Mhm. And then you wonder why, like, no one can talk to each other because everyone's like,
Suicide rates and
"Oh,
everything, it's off the
such a
charts from
mess."
just not being able to be cool. Nice. Yeah, that happened. Are you gonna stay together? Well, then be able to get over it.
Yeah,
What
and
do they
if
need?
they go get something you're due and you don't agree, then don't be in that
Then
relationship.
don't be in that. Leave. Like,
But don't stay and
but
be
don't stay in
mean.
torture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna torture for the kids' sake. You're like, what? That fucks all the people up. That hurts the kids, and that hurts the guy,
Mhm.
or the girl. It hurts the people.
Yeah.
And you're like, somehow you're justified in your logic to destroy your whole family because your heart got hurt from something you weren't even doing but should have been.
It shows how hurt they are.
And then
Like
they give that person all the power.
everybody's just
And
hurt.
then they
Yeah.
destroy their family. All because they didn't like that somebody else was talking the way that they stopped
It's
trying to
because
talk.
and it's sad just because people don't know. Like and it's so crazy. There's a lot of things you and I didn't know either. And so you do the best you can with what you got, which is also not great or good. But it's sad because people they just don't know. They don't know. And so that is sometimes people's best. Because where else are they looking? Like when you look at healthy relationships, like real healthy relationships, how many people are online if they're social media or even out in public that everybody's pretending. Like so many people are pretending to have a relationship, but when you start diving in, we've seen so much of this. When you start diving into other people's relationships and they really open up, it's like, oh shit, that is not what that looks like at all. And I think we've done such a good job by making sure, like, whatever we say, this is what we do. And you're so great at that. Our relationship's such a great thing with that. Like people, we can invite anybody over our house and what you see is what you get. Like we're the same, you know? And so many people are going through relationship issues or just even self issues that they just don't even know how to get out of. They don't even know where to go, you know?
You've never seen it done.
Right. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I swear I say we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we got another hard side training coming up soon. We'll actually
Yeah.
be doing another one more run through on it. Marshall Davis Jones is building his whole part out too for better intimate communication.
Good. Yeah.
So that's going to be very good. But yeah, we'll do another hard side course. If anybody made it, we're an hour in and just us hanging out. This is just me and my baby just hanging. If you guys are this far in and you guys want to check out like our relationship course thing that we did a first run of it.
Yeah.
It was very successful. We've had
great.
we had marriages that were done. We've had marriage. There
There'd
were
been
people in
therapy for
there that had been to
years.
5 different couples counselors, and we helped them in less than a month get through all their shit. There was another couple that was moved out. She moved out, and they're getting back together. He rebuilt the
Yep.
relationship from the ground up. We had some relationships that are doing very well that like we're not gonna
Yeah.
make it.
So good.
Just showing people how to do it. Like, hey, stop controlling.
Yeah.
Stop. Just listen for a second. Like, what do they need?
Yep.
What's going on here? Don't freak out. Don't control. Don't fight, freeze, or fawn. Just maybe listen.
Yeah.
Listen to respond, not react.
Not to judge.
Why don't you state the intention of what you're doing here and what's the benefit in it for
Yeah.
us?
Yeah.
People don't have basic tools.
Mm-mm. They don't.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to watch people just flounder through love. It's also funny, like you said, like we were watching Love on the Spectrum, and these kids with autism seem to get it better than the people who don't have autism.
Listen, this is one of my favorite shows now. I'd never watched it before, and I'm like, these people make me. This makes my heart happy right here.
Yeah,
It's
they
fantastic.
they don't have all the stuff in the way to try to manipulate and control. They just have a good loving heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think there's somewhere between, like you said, the elderly and these kids with autism or something, where I'm like, somewhere in the middle here, we're fucking it all up because they got it and these ones get it. But
it's so sweet. Yeah.
how come we're in the middle and we're just smart enough to ruin love?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't say smart enough. I think we're just selfish enough to ruin love.
I think it's a selfish issue.
I think we're just selfish enough to ruin love.
Yep. Yep.
Good job.
Yep.
Good job, everybody. Worship yourselves. Kill everyone's hearts.
It's not the way.
That is not the way. That's some heartbreaking shit.
I know. It really is.
With how much I love you, like, oh my God. I wish everybody, I think there's enough love in this world for everybody to feel like this.
There is.
It's like, damn. I want everybody to go like, this is my person.
Yep.
You are not separate from me. You are an extension of me.
Yep.
And I don't want to hurt myself.
Nope.
So I don't want to hurt you.
Mm-mm. Won't do it.
You pointed out 3 things. When we were going through rough patches, you pointed some stuff out. Remember the things that you said, like we never, because we did this, we didn't ruin it. Like we almost ruined it, but we never did like a few things that like that would have really killed that.
Yeah. As much as we used to like argue, we never called each other names ever. We never gave each other the silent treatment.
Except that one time, but I fucked that up.
Yeah, that was your fault.
That was my fault.
And what was the other one? Never withheld physical intimacy.
Yep, we were always intimate.
Yeah.
Even if we're angry.
Yeah.
Very angrily intimate.
Those were 3 things. And it shows like the sometimes the core of where we're at. Like we knew there was good in there.
I think we were just mining for it.
Oh my God. Geez, for real. So yeah, I am glad we surrendered. We figured it out.
We fell. We didn't force.
Yeah.
We invited. We didn't try to push it.
Yeah. Game changer.
Mm-hmm.
And you were leading.
I had to lead.
It was
every category.
Every category was needed.
I want all my guys to have that. Yeah. Like every category, I had to be ahead in every category.
Yeah. It creates, for the first time in my life, where I'm like, I can be more feminine. Like I feel safe and secure. Like I can let my guard down. Like I've never had that before. But to your point, like I know you're strong in every category. And I know you got me in every category. Also, I've never had that before. And so that's why the masculine traits were coming out. But like I said, in order for me to follow any man, um, which I never thought I would be doing, um, you do it all, and I am gladly will follow you. Gladly will follow, gladly will support, gladly will whatever you need, I got your back. Yeah, well done.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Proud of us, because I fucking got you. Like,
I know you
I
do.
don't give a shit what comes in here.
I know you do.
Like, no matter what it is, I'm gonna be formidable right in front of you.
If you're not here, we're all dead.
These fucking
Yeah.
mice will get you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Appreciate it for that.
So, good job, baby.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm actually very proud of us for that.
Me too.
Man.
So good.
We got it. And that's a crazy thing, guys. And I really hope people get this. I really hope you get a chance to go like, I need to full surrender. I need to be all in. You both got to do it. My head coach Chris Miller, he pointed out that I told him one time, if you're trying to make your relationship work alone, it won't work.
Yep. It's true.
You both want it.
Yeah.
And if you both don't want it, what are you doing? You're just waste of love.
Yeah. And it's the vulnerability part too. Like it really is. Like having vulnerability to be able to say like, listen, in a relationship that's dying, like going to your person and be like, listen, I know this isn't working. This hasn't been working for a very long time. Know where you're at. And if you still want to make it work, just let them know that like, I know we have potential to do this. I'm all in. Are you with me? And having those vulnerable conversations, like people that are married aren't having vulnerable moments like this. They're not like opening up, even in tough times, to be like, hold on a second, like, what is going on? Because they're so quick to blame each other for why they're feeling the way that they're feeling. Like, stop and open up and put your heart out there. Like, take a leap of faith. Like, that's your person. To be like, listen, there's hope. There's hope. We can do this. Like, are you my teammate? I want you on my team. We got this. We can do this. It's going to take some work. It's going to take a lot of practice. There's no one more that I'd want to be on my team than you.
Mm-hmm.
Can we reset? Can we start over? Can this be like right now? Just the commitment.
And if not, I'll fucking fire your ass.
Yeah, and that's okay too. If not,
get out of here.
Now I know where we stand.
Yep.
Right? And I think sometimes when people know that the answer is going to be not be together, they never have those conversations either. And they're equally as important on both sides, whether you want to make it work or if you know that you've been in a dying relationship for a long time, but too scared to have that conversation because you know what the inevitable will be. That's also your sign too.
You don't get that much time to like avoid love. Like you don't get that much time, but to say, I just need to control love for a while so that way I can still get these bills paid or whatever. Like, damn, you're a monster.
I hate that.
That's a monster. If I was like, I don't want to be with you, but I want you to pay my bills still because I gotta get my shit going so I can leave you. So take care of me so I can leave you. Oh. And that's what people really do. Or they'll do it covert as fuck.
I hate it. I couldn't even think, like, I literally cannot even think like that. I can't. And I've been through some shit.
That's people's real lives.
Been through it. I know.
What's your advice for these ladies out here? Because they hear those guys, like, we're complaining. We're not complaining. We just miss you. Like, ladies, we miss you being nice. We miss you being fun.
Guys need women to play the role that they're meant to play.
Oh, God, help them with that.
That's being kind, being nurturing, not nagging, being playful. Go up and give your guy a hug.
Make him feel wanted.
Encouragement. Like, I know you got this. Appreciation is huge. Like, when's the last time that you've told your guy, like, listen, I just want to tell you, I appreciate everything you're doing. Everything you do. I appreciate you go to work every day. I don't care if this job's part-time or full-time. You tell him, I see how you're working, the sacrifices for our family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because just because they're dads doesn't mean that they don't want to be with their kids. They do.
They do.
And yeah, and it's simple. It's all simple things. And when you break it down, like we've been taught these things ever since kindergarten, right? be kind, be nice, share your toys, right? Like it's all this stuff, but somehow it gets lost in relationships for some reason and becomes chaotic. But women get back to being that. And it does, like, and if you're a couple that's listening, guys have to step up and they have to lead. They do.
Mm-hmm.
But women, that doesn't also mean that you're not working on yourself to be kinder as he's working on himself too.
Yeah, don't be a
So
finish line woman where they're
do
like, okay, well, I'll cheer you on as soon as you win.
that's not
I'm like, what? No,
that's a fair weather fan.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Yeah.
no, when the chips are down, they need
That's
defense. You need
yep.
somebody to cheer them up and build them up and keep going, babe. You're the best.
Yep.
And these guys will do anything. But if you go like,
Yep.
you didn't do enough, you're
Guys
like,
are
fuck.
guys are so much more simple than what I think sometimes women think that they're more they're very simple, you know. Encourage them, appreciate them, be kind, be nice.
Want them.
Yep. Make them feel wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that guy will fight a fucking grizzly
100%.
bear for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish more people got it.
Yeah.
We got a lot of work to do to show people, like, just fucking be good to your person.
Absolutely.
Good job, baby.
Yep. You good job.
Let's go hang out.
All right. Sounds
I'll
good.
go hang out with you. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Take some notes. If you guys want to hang out with us or something, you want some time, we're going to be doing a relationship thing set up soon. Jump into our Discord. It's at Warriors Way Mindset. I do have a men's and a women's area, but we'll be building out. Well, we already built it out, so we'll be doing another course dynamic with Heart Side soon to show you guys Heart Side isn't weak side. The stuff we're doing right now, I go very hard mind side. I go very hard psychology and philosophy. We go very hard body side. We do a lot of that stuff. We had a great presentation today on body side, trying to get guys in better shape and confident. And then we go hard spirit side for leadership. And on this one, I think you guys forget that the purpose for just about all of this is love, and everything that we serve, sacrifice, or exchange is trying to make it so it's the quality time is at a higher quality time.
Yeah.
And I think that we all have such a big hole in our hearts that needs to be filled by both each other and a higher power to make it so that we're better.
Yeah.
Every day for each other, and we try every day to be better for each other.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, love your people.
Yeah.
And if you can't figure it out, figure out how to call us. We'll show you guys how you're missing something. Yeah. You're missing the piece.
There's
we'll
hope.
help you guys.
Yep.
All right, love you.
All right, love you.
All right.